Oh gosh, so late. Good morning, everyone. It's Roz here. I'm just doing the two channels this morning. I am on mytimetv.live and my YouTube channel. So, uh, um, sorry. And that's where I'm going to really need, gosh, I haven't got cards out or anything. I'm just going to put a message in my mytimetv.live uh, live over on the mytimetv.live page. In my daily live stream a bit differently. Back to basics. Oh, goodness. Now, oh, good heavens. Sorry about that distraction. Yes, I will be just a moment. What I decided to do was to go back to what is now, how the heck do I do? Oh, right. Hide that way, and I'll hide this way. The Be Live live streaming platform really is a great platform. And I love pressing the buttons, but what I've also been doing over the last, lots of months, probably the year, is actually using Ecamm as another live streaming tool that I've used as a virtual camera into my Be Live as the camera. This morning I thought, no, what I'm going to do, because it's Sunday, because I was laid up, I was only just in time. I felt that I probably need to just go back to the basics and just use Be Live. Well, Be Live in this instance, going back to the basics, only uses or only allows two channels to be streamed to. So what I've got is the YouTube channel, Ros Bounty, and the mytimetv.live channel. So what I need to do is go into the mytimetv.live and share it back to the places I need to do. So you can do the same thing as you're in your profiles and everything to just share it back. I'm just doing that now so that those on the Ros Bounty page know I'm here, because I didn't do all that stuff. I've only just really got up at about 10 minutes to 8. So I'm sharing it now. Sorry about that. So good morning to each of you, Michelle, Carol, Kat, and Kathy. Share to your story public. So I go like this, then people can watch this one. Now, hopefully that worked. Then share to, this is where, with the way Facebook changes, it's the other reason I've been doing things as I have, because there's so much that changes in how Facebook has things differently sometimes. Here I am live over on my TV live. There we go. Except I didn't do that as a link. Does it take us back to the link? I don't know. I get a bit lost with what Facebook does sometimes because there's been so many changes. Yeah, so with my Be Live, here we've got the different backgrounds. Have a look at that. No, this way. We have a little framing on it. So I'm going to keep that up for the moment. Good morning, and Keza. Good morning, Keza. How are you? We have Michelle here. Beautiful morning. Oh, it is a beautiful morning. The sun's out there. Beautiful blue skies. Fresh feel of the rain that's been pouring into earth in the last few days, and there's a line like the front, you know how the front lines, those cold fronts, the clouds come in some really fantastic ways. There's what looks like that type of cloud over on the horizon, on the hills. So it looks gorgeous. Good morning, Carol. And good morning, Kat. Good morning, Kathy. Wonderful to have you here. You love the background. It's I think it's called a frame. You've got fog in Goolwa, really? Oh, well, the clouds probably are stretching over that way. Yeah, I haven't gone outside yet, not to even. And I thought, oh, wow, what a beautiful morning to go and take Peanuts for a walk. But I'm busy here. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, and hopefully, oh, how do you like this one? I'm just going to do this. Isn't that beautiful roses? I took the photo of that years ago, and it's so gorgeous. I was going to use that as my shot coming in to the show first up. Oh, whoops, wrong way around yet. And the other thing is I haven't got the cards ready because I was slack and being late. But, you know, back to basics sometimes works. If I remembered how to do that now, I've had to search. That's why I was 5 minutes late getting started. Right, here we go anyway. So what I've got, and this is what I was actually going to do yesterday. It's in the afternoon. Now you can just see the cards I'm going to use. But what I was going to do, I'm going to have to take. No, I won't. Here I've got, and I'm going to do this afternoon, or well, this morning, at some point in time. This is alcohol ink painting, and I can see you can't see me there. I'm going to have to take away the framework, aren't I? Let me have a look. That's background theme. No, that's overlay. I just got to go to doing none. There we go. Gosh, the things that we can forget when we've gone into doing things more intricately. I'll say it's not complicated, the eCam method of virtual camera, but it's certainly different. See, and you can see with this, I'm going to do these a bit later. Actually, I might join with you, have you peoples help me too. So it's just alcohol ink blobs, and then you embellish them later with different inks and art, and you know, whether it's like doodling or whether it's something that brings up an actual visual. And I'm looking almost that looks like Batgirl in there, and I hadn't noticed that until just then. So wow. And there's some more with that one that's got the gold colouring on the dark. I was just trying out everything, and here's one that I haven't even done yet. So I have this sitting on a frame so that I haven't actually put it in the frame, and that's what I'm going to do later on today. Do some more of that. I'm actually wanting to do some more of that. That's why I've got this white with the plastic. It's a plastic sheet, so that when I actually do the inking, it's going to look protect my cover. So what I'm going to do, I'll get out the cards. We're going to use the Bluebird Lenormand this morning, and there's that. And I'm going to move the camera over to here because it really does annoy me that it doesn't. That we've got the, is that straight? I'm looking elsewhere for you. Now, I'm also going to drop it a bit. And this really is the getting back to basics, isn't it? Seeing all of this as a rough method. Oh, this is just the guidebook. You can tell I was caught out late. Not really quite prepared. But here we go. There's the cards. And those ones are something that you can probably order online too. So they're lovely. And here we go. That is, the ink drawing. The ink art really is amazing. That's why I'm going to come back on after breakfast and do a little bit. Except I think Mary Kathleen Waters is going to be on with her show. I'm not going to do it in her time slot. I can't remember what it is. So anyway, I'll be dodging that. Keep an eye out again for my time being live to be back on this page to check out what is next with this, because it's interesting. Does look really nice, doesn't it? It's only samplers, but it's my first. That's why I'm framing them. And good morning, Julia. Lovely to see you here this morning. So here we go. You can hear me shuffling. Now I'll show you, because then there's something to look at on the table, isn't it? Here we go. Now, I'm just, and it's upside down. Hold on. So we're going to just do a nice little happy smile, a little arch, and here we've got a happy smile. I'm just going to do the 6 this morning, because as you know, on the weekends I do tend to do them a little differently as far as the actual layouts go. Can you see all of that? No? Let me move it up rather than move the camera this time. Okay, so here we've got the deck. There we've got that. Oh, haven't quite got that there, have I? When I'm better prepared next time, I'm just going to have a coffee, have a slurp of my coffee. So sorry. I suppose in some ways I'm not quite awake. But hey, some of you may remember, on Friday morning I had my first vaccination jab injection thingy for that COVID thing. I haven't had any ill effects at all. In fact, probably more than anything, I feel more energy. So whether it released some concern for me about the deciding to have it or not to have it type of thing. It's just, I haven't had any effects. So, and I've left the weekend available for if I was laid flat with it. So I'm having fun. I think I was one of the lucky ones. No, I do have a friend who had a bit of suffering from it afterwards. Now, is that better? Yeah, looks reasonably okay. Okay, here we go. Actually, this lot, because they are so small and far away, it's hard for you guys to read that. What I'll do is I'll hold each one up as we're reading them. So with this one, with the anchor, I'm actually going to pair them this way. I'll do them as a pair. So the anchor and the tree will be the ones that are paired together. So what we're looking at there, I just want to get it to focus for you. Right, so the anchor's a sign of now I can't read it. It's too far away. Oh, goodness. That's interesting. I'm going to have to read it that way. So I might just move the camera back. Oh, goodness. Sorry about all this. The different ways we can do things, isn't it? The anchor's a sign of a stable event, basked in sunshine, secure and content. When the anchor's some distance away from you, hope will fade and leave life askew. Now, that actually, as far as the reference to the distance, it is to do with the grand tableau reading, which is all the cards on the table. But with the anchor, as far as seeing, having it there with, and with the tree, let's read the tree. Sometimes you can actually anchor, set an anchor around a tree or near a tree, on land. You can have it on the land, is what I was thinking. One tree from earth is best to see. It springs from birth, good health for thee. And if the tree should reappear close to the querent, your goal is near. See, so those references to the distance, it is to do with that grand tableau reading. But as we can see with an anchor usually is referenced as a sea item, so you're actually using it in the water usually. But you certainly can bring it forward and onto the land base, so that you've got the boat beached, and when the tide comes in, it's not going to float away, type of thing. And a lot of the time in those instances, you might see that they've even tied up or put it very close to a tree and that type of thing. So what it's doing, both of these are actually grounding, very, very grounding and security, because you've got trees definitely are most of the times very secure in the ground and solid and stable, and the anchor is the item. You know, when you're in the sea, you're actually going to have the anchor holding you solid and stable like that. Excuse me. Oh, Keza, what have you got there? I had my needle turn. You as well. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I only just saw that. I should have put that up first. Yeah, there's quite a few people that don't have any issue with it at all. So I'm one of the lucky ones. It's good. And you, Keza, that's good. I still, yeah, it is something that's it's good that it's still a free choice for us, for those that don't want to. And I don't think we need to pressure people or make them feel guilty because they haven't had it, is the other thing. It is just free choice and we choose. So for whatever, you know, whether the reasons are pressure or whatever, not pressure, you know, we want to travel or whatever. Rules are there. We need to work around them. Government makes rules for the good of most people in general. I'll leave it at that. So anyway, that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is to do these cards. And here we've got the anchor is holding us steadily with the tree as that basics. The tree does go back to basics as far not back. Here's me going back to basics. I've got it on the brain this morning. The tree really is a great foundation to be anchoring into, to have that awareness of how far back our roots go and that type of thing, as far as the relationships, the ancestry, the genetic pool, all of that. When you start wondering about some of that stuff, I'm in wonderment that we are as we are, really. It's just an amazing fate, the way that, you know, the cell regeneration DNA and all of that stuff works. And we are able to test it to the nth degree with DNA and the rest for identity and where we come from, all of that stuff. Anyway, it really is bringing us to a point this morning of starting off where we are able to have a steady base for the day. Okay, now with the moon, and then we have the lady. With the moon, let's focus that one. The slumbering moon, when it rises near, means that great honours are bound to appear. Intuition and perception soar in the night, emotions wax and wane in the moon's light. And that is referencing the different phases of the moon. Again, in that little verse, it is referencing how close it is to you as the querent in a grand tableau reading. And this charming woman with flowers in hand, as with a gentleman her cards will command. The fortunes revealed, once the cards have been placed, unveil the unveil the fate that destiny traced. And this is where in the grand tableau reading, you'd actually have, if you're female, that would be the card that the distances are based from for the other cards in the spread. And so here we have the lady. So what it's actually referring to in this one, it really is that more feminine energy. The moon is mostly referenced as being that feminine energy. You don't get a man being referred to in that sense much at all, although we all have our masculine and feminine sides. So, good morning, Veronica. Lovely to see you here. And Keza, can I throw the anger at one? The anchor at one. Yeah. Anchor rather than anger. Oh, getcha. Good morning, Michaela. Lovely to see you here too. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I've got the sun shining through like you wouldn't believe. Like, it's beautiful out there. My front garden, and it's not a big garden. It's a lawn with some trees on the other side and a few bulbs, and it's really got the fairy essence to it because of the little dew bits from the morning and the twinkle on the. Yeah, anyway, I won't keep raving on. The twinkle, the glow, glisten on the leaves as they're just moving in the breeze. It's just so beautiful out there. And yes, you love the sun. That's great. I've just got someone messaging me. I just noticed. Oops. Yes. Um, yeah, sorry. Just a slight distraction. So, B2 seen the sun come the morning through. Yeah, come through. Yes. Right. So with that, what we're doing is tapping into that more. It is the gentler side, and being who we are in our truest essence, because that's the center of what this reading is. So we're really grounding today and getting into that feeling of security. Things are well in the world for you. That's what it feels like to me, because I love the tree, I love boating, I like all the references to water, water sports, sailing. I did sailing as a kid and I loved it. And it's something I have as an adult gone back to it, but it wasn't long term. When I started doing ambulance, I didn't end up continuing because you can't be on call and on the water. Too difficult. So here we go. Tap into that beautiful feminine energy. Tap it, knowing who you are as a woman if you're a woman, knowing your feminine side if you're a man. Okay. Now we're going to this one, which is the mountain. And the mountain is confront the mountain as you would it's going in and out. Confront the mountain as you would a fierce foe. To avoid your defeat, strike hard the first blow. This clear obstacle is a chance to succeed. Courage and persistence are all you will need. And that is referencing to the mountains are solid. There you've got a really good grounding, because can you move a mountain? Let's see what the ship says. A ship carrying gold sails straight into view. Lined in its hold are fortunes for you. If you should travel with if you should travel with a special friend, memories unfurl. That's a hard word. Memories unfurl for years upon end. Wow. Unfurl, of course, is referencing to the sailing ships, the big sails that they had there. You furl them up, so that's the term. It's just the word that you use for them. And even when you're actually doing just the small sailing dinghies, which is what I sailed as a kid, it was only the small dinghies, monohulls, and that's all I really did sail, even as an adult. But the jib, you furl it up, and same as the mainsail, you furl them. So, and here Kezzy is saying, I bet it was. To Michelle, it was beautiful. That sun, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, so as far as the challenges that we've got with the mountain and the ship, there we've got the land and the sea again, but we've got them in the opposite spread, the opposite arc. So I find that really interesting, that it doesn't matter which position it takes, it's still going to be solid there. It's still going to be a fantastic grounding. And it really is just bringing forward the completeness of what is Mother Earth into our life today. I'm feeling the nature, the going back to basics, the being you within it. Gather your strength to just get past some of the obstacles that might be around in the day, and let it float past you any of the other issues that might be, just really testing you. I feel that what's happening in all of this is really centering in on what is that, you've got these extremes. Here we are, we're gaining our security, and here we are being a little tested with it, but we can tap into what is our, our central being who you are, and tapping into the wisdom that is the moon, that what is being brought forward and shown to us in what we're needing for our day in those challenges. What direction are we going, and how are we going to get past some of those land blocked stuff too, sort of, right? So I think that's a really rather nice spread, a nice way to do it. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for that. I am going to leave it at that for now. I've got a hungry dog. My tummy's starting to rumble, and I need another coffee because it is, well, it's breaky time. It's Sunday, and we'll see what eventuates for the rest of my day. Well, I'll see what eventuates for the rest of my day. It'd be lovely to join you again a little later. I'm going to check out what Mary Kathleen Waters is doing on my time this morning, so that I'm not in her slot. So certainly come back to watch Mary. She's wonderful, shaman, healer, psychic, many labels. She's just a wonderful, wonderful soul. So certainly come back and check her show out. And I am going to be back on here at some point to finish off that ink artwork. I'm going to give it a go here on my time, as I'm not an artist, but I like playing. So we'll see what happens with that. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day if you're not able to return, but it'd be wonderful to see you again too. So thank you, Keza. Thank you, Michelle. And keep being the best you that you can be. I haven't got my links up, but it is certainly, I haven't got my links up. Oh God, this really is where where it's interesting, going back to basics in what I'm using with the Be Live program itself by itself, because I'm so used to having the eCam in here now. So I'll be using the eCam later. So thank you, Veronica. Keep being the best you that you can be, and namaste until next time. Bye for now.